Previously on Lonely Girl 15.
You know what? I'm done! I am done! I'm not doing this! I'm not doing this anymore! I'm not wasting another second of my life on any of these girls. They might be out there, they might not be. I don't care! I don't care. I don't care. I love you, Bree. And I'm sorry.
I'm gonna open up Bree's email. Alright, look. I opened up Bree's email. Now all of a sudden there's some dude in black outside. And that means there must have been like a worm or something in the email.
So yeah, those people in the video on Friday? Those are my parents. The Resistance, I mean, who the hell are you? Who the hell are you? I don't buy it. Screw you. Hi, Dad. It's me. I'm Jonas.
I'm Emma.
Emma, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I know that she knows who I am. Somewhere deep down, I know she knows who I am.
My name is Komario, and I am a proud and happy brother of the Hymn of One.
My name is Sonia, and I'm a proud and happy sister of the Hymn of One.
My parents are in the Hymn of One. That is obvious. Everybody can tell.
Jonas, I just tried calling you. You're not picking up. Daniel, if you see this, you need to go to Jonas's and get him and his sister out of there. Jonas, take Emma and run.
What happened? Emma, calm down. What happened?
You're a liar, Jonas!
What?
You're a liar! I have the serum. I never lost my backpack. And I know, I'm a horrible person, okay? I suck. And you can yell at me in the forum all you want. I deserve it.
Jonas, do you hear that?
I don't know what happened. I don't even know exactly how it happened or how he died, but I will tell you this, it was because Emma touched him. I'm convinced of it. Because for the first time, I feel like we've got more than time on our side. We have my sister.
I don't want to do this, okay? I just want to be normal.
Jonas, I need Emma. I need to help her understand the powers that she possesses. I need to help her harness those powers.
No! Jonas! No! Stop fighting me, Jonas! Jonas, stop it! If I wanted to hurt you, I would have killed you. Jonas, where is Emma?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
God damn it, Jonas! If you don't tell me where that loud Rezisto shadow took your sister, her fucking blood will be on your hands.
I made a big mistake.
The ceremony. Have you even seen Bree since the ceremony? Because I haven't. What if those kids are right?
Shut up, Sonia.
I know you all think that I'm some kind of, I don't know. Because I'm in the Hymn of One. Or I was.
Holy shit.
And now on Lonely Girl 15.
The Hymn of One helped me. It did. It gave me my life back. Until it was my life. And I know you all think that I'm stupid. And knowing what I know now, I can't say that I blame you. But it's like if you're in the middle of something, how you can't see the whole picture. Like if you're the paint, you can't see the painting. Well, that's what it's like. When you're in the Hymn of One, when you believe in it, you're blind. I mean, every once in a while there is a question that comes up, but if someone saves your life, do you ask about their motives or do you fall at their feet and say thank you? They saved me, and that's what's so hard to explain to everybody. And after the ceremony with Bree, everything just didn't feel right. So I watched some of your videos and I didn't know. And then Carl and I were delivering this baby, this little tiny baby. And everything just started to fall around me. All the lies. There are so many lies. I really don't blame you for hating me. I don't have anywhere else to go. And I know you think that I'm the enemy. But I have something that I need to tell you. And I couldn't say it last night. And I can't say it on camera. Not now. I know you want to save Emma. I hope you do. But there's something that we can do right now to fight the Order, and I can't do it alone. I really need your help.
After coming forward, Sonia is interrogated by Daniel and Jonas. She explains that after her argument with Carl, she decided to sit down and watch the group's past videos. Sonia comes to an epiphany and realizes that she might have been brainwashed by the cult after they took her in. When questioned about Emma, Sonia says that the group have less than a week to find her before she is bled out by the rogue elder, described by the Watcher that confronted Jonas at Claire's training camp. Jonas explains that his parents have all but disowned him as they blame him for Emma's abduction. The only way they will ever consider even seeing him again is if he finds Emma and brings her home safely. Almost a week after her abduction at the hands of Claire, Emma finally makes contact via Rezisto's YouTube channel. Something interesting to note is Claire's off-putting and almost threatening introduction for the next few videos she posts in regards to updating the audience about Emma's progress. Take a look.
The following should be considered as evidence of my good intentions, and as a warning to anyone who seems foolish enough to consider going after our very special girl.
Well, I want everybody to know that I'm okay. I mean, everybody's been really nice to me here. And Claire, she's been really nice to me. I've been spending a lot of time alone. I don't want you guys to worry about me. So, and we talk. I talk to Claire. And we talk about, like, the hymn of one, stuff like that. I actually haven't had somebody to talk to about that stuff in a long time. We talk about my family. My first family. I'm sorry, can we talk about my family?
Sure. Go ahead, Emma.
Okay, so I had a family before Jonas's parents. It was my first family about 6 years ago. And my parents, my new parents, have been great with me over the last 6 years. I don't want everybody to think that I don't love them or that I don't love being with them, because I do. I love them very much. I was 9. And I had like a singing recital at the Hymn of One campus. And my mom dropped me off at like a dress rehearsal thing. She went home to get dressed and to pick up my dad. They never made it. They were killed in a car accident on the way back on 405. I was looking for them in the audience. They weren't there. And then I got off to another family. I want everybody to know that I wasn't crying because of anything that's happening here. I'm okay.
Daniel posts an update and informs us that Jonas has become obsessed with Emma's last video.
I filmed this earlier. Jonas has been, well, obsessed. He's been watching Emma's video over and over. He swears that there's some kind of code in it, but I think he's crazy, personally. I mean, we've all seen the video. Claire's been censoring them like the FCC on Howard Stern. He's just punishing himself for losing Emma. We tried telling him for weeks not to trust Rezisto, but he did anyways. Now, honestly, I think that he's just... looks like he's trying to redeem himself. But unfortunately, there's nothing... I don't know, you've seen the videos. There's no code, there's nothing there, right?
We next find Daniel and Sarah accompanying Sonia with plans to rescue an infant that Sonia says will be the next to be delivered by the Order and the Hymn of One. However, at the last minute, Daniel decides to back out, not sure they can entirely trust Sonia.
Listen, Sonia, just wait up. Sonia, listen.
I thought you wanted to help me.
It's not... What do you expect us to do?
We have to do something. That baby is gonna end up just like Bree.
Are you kidding? Are you actually playing the Bree card right now?
Daniel.
You care? No. You care so much right now about this kid that doesn't even have a name. Let's just remember back real quick. You're the one that delivered Bree to them. Did you even care when she died? Did you?
I didn't know.
Honestly.
I didn't know.
What do you mean you didn't know? Oh, that's right, you were brainwashed. And then all of a sudden this big scary call is just gonna let you walk away. That's what you're trying to...
No, can you even think for a moment what it's like to be betrayed by the faith you've given?
No, you know why? Because you didn't. You're still here and she isn't. Just...
Daniel, what the hell was that?
What do you mean what the hell was that? Somebody has to be the fucking voice of reason.
You're the voice of reason?
Yes, I'm the fucking voice of reason.
Claire attempts to post another update concerning Emma, but finds that she is much less cooperative than before. The two go back and forth on camera as Emma exclaims she doesn't feel like talking and that she feels like her brain is moving in several different directions, much to the irritation of Claire as she tries to calm Emma down. This fails and Emma storms off camera. Afterwards, Claire tries to explain to the audience that Emma simply needs time to adjust, and that everything is fine. Daniel posts a video telling us that Sonia has been acting increasingly erratic. He stops in the middle of the video and secretly records Sonia outside having an argument with Carl over the phone.
No. Carl. Come on. Look, I said I'm okay. No, Carl. Okay means okay. No, of course I'm upset. My life has been turned upside down and I don't know what I'm going to do now. No, you don't have to. I'm not telling you where they live. Where I am and what I'm doing is none of your business. Not anymore. No. And I will tell you one more thing. I am not going to let them take any more girls. Don't tell the deacon. Why would you do that? Don't tell the deacon where I am. Don't even tell him you talked to me. What? Wait, what did you just say? Where is he taking them? Is he moving them in 24 hours or is he moving them over the next 24 hours? Carl? Carl, answer me. Carl, no, you listen. No! Look! Carl, I know you don't want to hear the truth right now, but I suggest that you watch those videos. No! Get on the computer and watch those videos. We helped the Order, Carl. The Hymn of One doesn't exist. No, it's just a front. All the principles are lies. Yes. And you know, we gave them Bree and they killed her. Carl. Fuck.
Claire posts another update video and tells us that Emma has calmed down significantly and is once again ready to talk. When we see Emma, she seems more docile, compliant, but most disturbingly of all, well rehearsed.
Hey guys, it's me again. Everything's fine here. Claire's been nice enough to tell me some things about my situation that I didn't know. The first day that I got here, I was waiting for Jonas or Daniel, Sarah, somebody to come and save me, but you guys aren't coming, right? That's okay, because I'm safe. Scout's honor. Or whatever that is. For as long as I can remember, I was always told that I had some greater purpose in my life. My first family said that when they were chosen to adopt me, it was a great honor for them. thought that they were telling me that because I was adopted, so they wanted me to feel loved and accepted. But then my second parents, Jonas's parents, they said the same thing. Exactly the same thing. So I guess that makes me special, right? I don't expect you guys or anybody to understand anything that I'm about to say, but the Hymn of One believes, and I grew up believing, that to struggle against eternal will is a source of personal and global unrest, and I don't want to contribute to that. Can I tell them about what you told me about the ceremony?
Go ahead.
Okay, so I know that everybody is convinced that something horrible happens to these girls that are prepared for the ceremony. But it's actually really nothing like what you guys think it is. And I know you're gonna think I'm crazy for saying this, but I mean, there is this whole dance that some people do find weird. And, well, I do have to learn a chant that needs to be recited. Because it's, well, it's like a rite of passage, kind of like a bar mitzvah. Only not every girl goes through it. Only girls with this special kind of blood that I have. So I'm actually kind of blessed. I mean, there is this blood transfusion procedure, and I know that's where you guys think that something bad happens right there, but it's actually called chelation. And that is supposed to build up the health of my blood and strengthen my spirit. It's holistic. So you see, nobody gets hurt. After the ceremony, the girl's taken to a special place in the mountains near Sedona. And that's where she learns all the hidden secrets of the universe. I mean, secrets that only a handful of people in the entire world even know. Who knows, maybe Bree will be there. Everybody here understands why you guys are acting out the way that you're acting. It's because you don't have the right information. Claire says that she knows that it seems strange the way that she's caring for a special girl like me. It's because I'm in a very vulnerable state right now, and Claire is the only one who can protect me.
Somehow, Sonia has convinced Daniel and Jonas to return to the house where they previously first attempted to rescue the infant, whereas this time they do manage to pull it off.
Quick, get the baby in the house! Quick, get the baby in the house!
Just hit him! Hit him! Oh.
Hurry!
Sit down!
Sit down?
Go, go! Be careful, man.
Oh! Oh, get down! Get out here! Come over here! And get down!
You're not gonna get the baby.
Get down!
What are you doing?
Just get the fuck down!
Fine. You're still not gonna get the baby.
Jonas! Oh! Don't come any closer! Get back! Don't come any closer, I will shoot it!
You're gonna get the baby.
Get away from him!
Don't
Back
do
up!
anything stupid, man.
Back! No! Jesus! Drop it!
Get down, man! You get down!
Drop it! I know what I'm doing! Drop it! Sonia, you know why I'm here. Give me the baby.
Put the gun down. Back up if you want this baby to be safe.
Is she okay?
Put it down! Put it down!
Fine. Don't hurt her.
Kick it over. Kick it over. Good job. Fuck down. I'm not fucking
Let's go!
Get
Come
down!
on, Jonas, let's go!
You're making this thing. Shut the fuck up.
Come on, man, just get in the car. Go, go, go!
Get in! Get in!
After the rescue, Sonia delivers the infant to an undisclosed location, much to the confusion of both Daniel and Jonas. However, she assures them that the baby will be fine, as it is now, according to her, in much safer hands. In a DIY-type video, Sarah vents her frustration with Jonas and Daniel. She accuses the boys of not taking her seriously in her commitment to fighting the Order, citing their decision to rescue the infant and telling her nothing of their plans. Sarah also addresses her misgivings about Sonia and warns the boys that trusting her might have been a big mistake. When we next see Sonia, she appears bruised and battered. She exclaims to the group that she had attempted to talk things out with Carl to try to turn him on to what the Hymn of One was really about. Carl was in the company of 2 other unknown individuals who lashed out in violence against Sonia when the subject of the kidnapped infant was brought up. After beating Sonia pretty badly, the 2 men hustle Carl out, inexplicably leaving Sonia to escape. Before Carl is whisked out, he briefly mentions a new project that the Hymn of One is now involved with. Whilst explaining all this, we clearly see that the boys aren't buying a word of Sonia's story and leave the room to discuss what to do next. Sarah later updates, telling us that she managed to pry more information out of Sonia, but that she can't discuss it at this time. This is Nikki Bowers, a very minor supporting character briefly introduced in the first season. Nikki likes to bill herself as an investigative journalist trying to uncover more information about the Order. In the previous season, it is Nikki who first alerts Bree to the presence of Julia, and during the finale do rescue the group from the warehouse in which they were trapped by a Watcher. Now we find her traipsing through the woods, snooping around the abandoned complex used by Claire as her training ground. Nikki hopes to find clues to where the La Rezisto operative has taken Emma. She comes up empty and informs Jonas to get back in touch with her, as she is once again eager to help the group. Next, we are introduced to yet another villainous face from the last season. This is Chris, another high-ranking member of the Hymn of One, last seen by the group in the recruiting seminar recorded by the hapless individual who handed his tapes over to Jonas, Daniel, and Sarah. Chris issues an ominous threat to the group and warns them to back off of their search for Emma, as well as why they let Sonia go.
Hello, Sonia, Jonas, Daniel, and Sarah. I'm generally not one for spending much time on the internet. I just don't get this modern desire that you kids have to make everything, well, so public. But Carl showed me the video that you posted today, and I felt it was necessary to respond in kind, to make sure that I'm not, well, misunderstood. You wondered why we let Sonia go. The answer's simple. See, we felt she was best served as a warning to all of you. A warning as to how far we will go to defend our own principles. Now, that's not to say we're about retribution. No, that's not how the Hymn of One teaches our lessons. It's also not to say we're not shy about using force when necessary. The permanent harm done to Sonia would not have benefited the hymn. And until such time as it does, well, she's safe. As are the rest of you. And I wish I could say the same for that baby you think you rescued. Or Emma. What you don't seem to understand with all your obsessive theorizing about secret orders and blood-sucking old men is that these girls need the kind of life that only we can provide them. They're essential notes in the hymn, and they belong here with us. The universe knows this, and will bring them back to us. We'll have Emma soon. We'll lead her home, home to the Hymn of One.
Intent on proving herself to the boys, Sarah comes up with a rather unique and manipulative plan of her own. Whilst talking to Sonia, Sarah finds out that Carl had previously mentioned Chris, and that the latter wasn't a perfect Hymn of One saint, as he liked to portray himself. According to Carl, and later relayed by Sonia, Chris has a bit of a drinking problem and frequents a well-known bar downtown. Under the guise of making amends with Mallory, Sarah convinces her to have a girls' night out in the hopes of catching Chris red-handed. Knowing that she will be recognized, Sarah tries to use Mallory as a pawn to pry information out of Chris. When Mallory catches wind of Sarah's plan, she storms out, but Sarah manages to convince her to go along, using her love of Daniel as leverage. Reluctantly, Mallory agrees, thinking she will be helping Daniel. Wearing a hidden camera, Mallory flirts with Chris. In a drunken haze, Chris blurts out that he will be performing a new ceremony, and although he is vague, it is strongly hinted that the new girl will be none other than Emma. The morning after, Sarah urges Daniel to watch the video she's posted of Mallory gathering intel from Chris. Her ulterior motive seems almost evident, as she seems to further want to cause drama between Daniel and Mallory. Daniel, understandably furious with Sarah, accuses her of putting his girlfriend in danger, to which more drama then erupts between the three.
Look, I got the information and that's all I was supposed to do, okay? That's
Yo, you got talked into making out with some guy at a bar.
You know, I'll give you some credit for having a brain, alright? I'm starting to believe that maybe Sarah's right about you. Maybe you are sexist.
Sexist? Why? Because I don't want the local slut talking to my girlfriend and making out with some guy at a bar.
Yeah, well, the local slut just got the best information we've had all week in order to get Emma back.
Shut up, Sarah. I got it.
Yeah, well, you know what? You wouldn't have if I hadn't.
Well, you know what? Why did you have to go post a kiss on me? What the hell was that about?
Well, you know what? At least you didn't post him having his hand on your ass.
What?
Oh my god.
What?
You know,
He had his hand on your ass?
Daniel, it's not what it...
Just move, dude.
I went back and I looked at the video, and I think Sarah was right. I think there was some pretty good intel about Emma in there. And you know what? That's what matters, because we have this crazy triangle thing going on in our house right now, and look, they're gonna make up. There's gonna be a truce. I made a mistake. I went out on my own. And that's why Emma is where she is now. Everything good that we've ever done, we've done together. So tomorrow, that's it. No more of this boy versus girl crap. It's just us together. Peace.
Later on, Mallory, Sarah, Jonas, and Daniel stake out outside of Chris's residence in hopes he might lead them to Emma. When he finally emerges, the four follow him to a large office building. The four young people then bum rush past security and catch sight of a conference being held. Inside, they spot Chris announcing a partnership between the Hymn of One and the aforementioned Wyman Foundation, the pharmaceutical company that once employed Isaac Gilman as well as Bree's father. Before too long, the four are then chased away by a contingent of watchers, but manage to narrowly escape. In a pair of back-to-back videos, we hear from both Emma and Claire. In the first upload, Emma relates a strange story about the Hopi tribe's sun god named Tawa and his eternal struggle with the underworld earth goddess, represented by a spider totem. In the second upload, we get an ominous farewell from the pair. This is that message.
Hi, Jonas, Daniel, Sarah. I want all of you to know that as Emma's special day approaches, she's quite prepared for the road ahead. She accepts her role. You see, during the time that she spent with me, she learned more about her greater responsibilities. And now, at my suggestion, Emma's prepared a special message for you guys. You see, she has to leave you behind. She has to move forward and go on to the next level, the ceremony. This is one of those moments. I feel like, this isn't even real. Have you ever felt like that? Like you're in the middle of something and you know it's real, but it feels like you're walking through a dream. Well, that's how I feel like right now, saying goodbye to you guys. If you can relate to that. I wrote something last night and I just really want to read it to you guys. I want everyone to know how grateful I am for all the things you've done to get me to where I am today, and for all the preparation for my special ceremony. I feel so lucky to have had you all in my life. You've truly made me into who I am today. Mom, Dad, if you're watching, I love you. I will never forget all the fun that we had together. And I appreciate everything you did to bring me to this place. I feel so blessed to have two wonderful parents, to have had you both in my life. So thank you for always making me feel loved
and wanted. Sorry, can we start, please? I want to thank you, Jonas, for always trying to help me. I know it was just a short time that I got to know you. I love you so much. You are my brother, and you will always be there to me. And I know you felt like you always had to save me, but I'm fine. Everybody here is really nice to me. They're taking really good care of me. Claire's always by my side. And I know what you guys heard about this elder, but it's not true. You just don't understand the true importance of these elders. They quietly guide all of us all the time. And they light our path, and they keep us safe. Well, I don't actually know who he is, but I know that the elder is the key to everything. I mean, he's the one who's really watched over me this whole time and has cared for me. And he will be with me when I go forward. Right? As I make these final steps towards my ceremony day, just know that I will be taking all your love with me, and I'm going to be with you guys all the time. I will think about you always, and I will always be with you. I love you.
With help from the viewers, Jonas and Daniel learn that Emma has been leaving a series of hidden codes throughout her videos featuring Claire. She had cleverly embedded a Morse type of SOS within each and every video she participated in. With no time to spare, they decipher the location of the ceremony, and Sarah, Jonas, and Daniel set off to try and save Emma. Along the way, they are followed by a group of watchers trying to reclaim Emma from the rogue elder. Making their way to a gated compound, Jonas explains that the place was indeed familiar to him.
That's it. It's Pleasant Manor. Alex's mom, my step-grandma, if you're following any of that, she took us here when we were kids for some party. It was winter solstice or whatever. Anyway, it was her and all of her weirdo cult friends who turned out to be weirdo Him of One people. Why is Emma here? Well, she's here because I'm guessing that our rogue elder is the same guy who threw that party. Check it out. Look.
The trio break into the compound but are confronted by a group of shadows. The three try and barricade themselves inside a room, and with seconds to spare, they locate a secret passageway behind a mirror and escape. The trio discover a labyrinth-like maze of corridors which leads them to an elegant master bedroom on the far side of the compound. The three hear a pair of footsteps approaching and hide inside a closet. In steps Claire, accompanied by a man in a suit. Learning that this is the rogue elder of Dendera, he explains why the ceremony must take place without delay.
I just don't feel that she's ready yet.
Her ride designs are up to trade positive levels. Of course she's ready.
What I meant was, I don't think she's ready psychologically, spiritually. I just need some more time for preparation, just
Claire, we don't have to pretend anymore that we're here for some spiritual purpose. No one from the Hymn of One is listening.
I'm from the Hymn of One. I don't want to do it if it's not perfect.
Look, I am dying here. I know on the outside I look like I'm all right. But my organs are aging. My liver, my kidneys are nearly 90 years old. I don't have much time left.
After the coast is once again clear, the trio manage to locate Emma. Claire then springs a trap, catching all three off guard. The rogue elder orders Sarah, Daniel, and Jonas executed, but in an unexpected twist, Claire turns the gun on the elder, shooting him at point-blank range. She then aims the gun at Emma's head, but before she can pull the trigger, she is in turn shot by the very same watcher that had confronted Jonas back at the training camp. With the death of Claire, this also spells the end for La Rezisto. At the very end of the video, we see that Emma has been returned to her parents, with her father making her a promise that Jonas will not trouble any of them anymore. When Jonas uploads next, he confirms that Emma is safe and that he has been banished from his family's lives. There is only one thing that consumes his mind now, and that's vengeance. With a sadistic kind of glee, Jonas addresses the Order directly and delivers one simple message.
Start looking over your shoulder. I'm coming for you. I've been trying to put it all together. What everything meant at that press conference that we walked in on. What does it mean? And, well, Daniel hasn't been much help.
Hey Jonas, man, check this out.
What is it?
That girl Susie with the website whatweird.com. She's got some videos linked. Some of the craziest stuff I've seen on YouTube.
Hey, okay, have fun with that. It looks like it's just me. Okay. What do we know? Hima1 is a cult, which is a cover for the Order. Wyman Foundation, which is a non-profit research organization, which is a little cover for the Order. Now we've got Virtus Pharmaceuticals. Virtus Pharmaceuticals. Who are they, you ask? Why, they are a mega huge drug company. And the fact that they've announced that they are now working in conjunction with the Hymn of One and the Wyman Foundation, well, to me that is scary. Even the name of the project, the Lullaby Project, it freaks me out. Rock-a-bye baby on the treetop when the wind blows. It's a demented song. But I tell you what, it's actually a perfect soundtrack for all this. So, at the press conference, what did the guy say? The guy said that the Lullaby Project is going to provide prenatal care for underprivileged women. I say to myself, well, wait a minute, that sounds interesting. That sounds innocent and benevolent and kind of a good thing. But wait a minute, I did a little digging and I went to the Virtus website, and what did I find? Virtus is hosting a life extension panel. Okay, life extension. That is right in the Order's area of interest. Am I right? Of course I'm right. So it looks like Virtus is now, once again, we have another one, a cover for the Order. Hima One, Wyman Foundation, Virtus Pharmaceuticals, the Lullaby Project. What does it all add up to? How if I know? One thing you can be sure of, it's not good.
Using the connection made by Jonas between the Hymn of One, the Wyman Foundation, and Virtus Pharmaceuticals, both he and Sarah tracked down something called the Lullaby Project. Posing as a young married couple, they learn that the project uses a front of trying to prevent infant mortality rates in third world countries. Jonas suspects that Lullaby is simply another infiltrating arm of the Order to locate more potentially trait-positive infants. While Jonas stays talking with the recruiting officer, Sarah wanders around the building trying to find something incriminating, but as usual, comes up empty. Digging up some more information about Virtus Pharmaceuticals, Daniel, Jonas, and Sarah follow a suspicious-looking truck driver to what might be one of the company's many warehouses. When this lead comes up empty, they continue to tail the driver, following him to a small diner. Daniel enters the diner and catches the driver sitting down eating. When he goes back out to report to Sarah and Jonas, he finds that his two companions are now missing. Daniel makes a video in which he relays how worried he's becoming over Jonas and Sarah's sudden disappearance. It's been several days since he's heard from either, and he racks his brain on what to do next. He finally decides to inform Taylor of what's been happening with her sister.
Hey Daniel.
Hey Taylor, how you doing?
Fine. I was just thinking about you.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I saw you posted on whatweird.com. Some of that stuff is totally bizarre.
I know, it's weird when people make up. I don't know, listen, Taylor, have you heard from Sarah?
No, but Sarah's not exactly the poster child for keeping in touch now, is she?
No. Have you been watching our videos though?
Not lately. I've been kind of busy with school and soccer, but I'll catch up.
Listen, I don't know where she kind of disappeared.
What do you mean disappeared?
Like she took off.
Well, I mean, that's Sarah, right? She's probably just off skulking somewhere. Shoot.
What?
Okay, I gotta go, but I'll let you know if Sarah calls, okay?
Several more days pass, and Jonas finally makes contact.
What the hell happened to you, man? The guy came out and you were inside and you had the keys to our car.
Yeah, and we were still snooping around in his truck.
Yeah, so we hid in here and now we're locked in it. And I don't know, we're somewhere on the road somewhere. I don't know.
Do you have the night vision on?
Yeah.
Look, all I'm saying is that you better be following us because we have no idea where we are. It's so fucking ridiculous.
You look really weird.
Jonas, you don't have to open all of them. They're exactly the same.
Vitamin B12. 14 hours.
How about we play charades?
I'm hoping that sooner or later we're gonna find a Wi-Fi signal somewhere.
Helen Keller charade.
And then I'll send this out. When I can.
We can't really play with visuals. We can't see anything, so I guess we'll play by touch.
Sarah. Ow! Sarah!
Sounds like...
Yeah, hopefully you'll get this and then you'll find us before the bad guys do or before I kill Sarah. Hi.
Where are you? I'm over here.
Great. Another one's empty. Oh, I have great news for everyone too. Someone left the camera on, and now it barely has any power.
I didn't leave the camera on.
Yeah. Would you shut that? We needed to look for a signal.
I told you the pen light is dead, and I can't sit in the dark for another hour.
Yeah, well, we're gonna be in the dark if that thing dies, and then we'll never find a signal.
Fine. Food, or something like it. I can't be in here anymore. 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 Let me out! Let me out! I can't be in here anymore.
Yes, you can. Listen to me.
No!
Breathe. Breathe. You're okay. I'm right here. Breathe. In, out. You're okay. I'm right here with you. I'm right here. We're gonna get out.
I can't be in here anymore.
Alright, I found a Wi-Fi signal. It's really faint, but I think it's gonna work. I have no idea where we are, but when you get this, I don't know, maybe you can figure out where we are. I don't know what's gonna happen when that door opens, but wish us luck.
When Sarah and Jonas are finally let out of whatever confines they were in, we learn that whilst Daniel was in the diner, Sarah and Jonas hid out in the back of the trucker's rig. When the door opens, we find Carl, Chris, and the Project Lullaby recruiter, all waiting for them.
Hey, okay, so I only have like 5 minutes to cut, post, and do all of this. The problem is there's no Wi-Fi here. There's just this one cable desktop that takes place back there, which you get 5 minutes on. It's ridiculous. So you're probably wondering what happened with Carl and company. Well, take a look.
This way, please. You guys must be starving.
No, actually, we're okay. We ate on the truck, so we're fine. Thirsty?
Those awful nutritional bars, they're good for you, but they are terrible.
We've got carne asada for lunch. I'm good.
I'm kind of hungry. The carne asada was good. So was the shower. And Dolomity's clothes, because mine were, well, smelly isn't even the word. And then Carl, yes. Creepy Carl. He showed us around the Lullaby Project's prenatal care facility. We even got to see the labor ward, which was in a tent. Actually, everything's in a tent. I could understand why he asked us not to bring any cameras in when he showed us. I mean, out of respect for the women, I wouldn't want some person shooting a video of me if I was writhing in pain ready to pop out a child, which we actually got to see. A baby being born. It was amazing. Oh, wow. It was a healthy little boy. It's just so cool. Anyway, yes, okay, Chris is creepy and Carl is creepy and Claudia a little bit. But the Hymn of One, okay, they're dangerously culty, but maybe creepy culty people have just as much of a right to do good things as the uncreepy ones. Okay, anyway, my 5 minutes are coming up, so I better get in there before creepy Chris and creepy Carl, you know, get me or whatever. Creepy Claudia. Hey, have you ever noticed that? They all begin with C. Even camera begins with C. And cut.
Daniel is relieved to find out that Jonas and Sarah are safe, at least for the time being. He laments how much he didn't realize how much his friends meant to him and how you don't start to truly miss someone until they're gone. Much like Bree before them, Sarah and Jonas have become a deeply ingrained and very important part of his life. We find that Sarah and Jonas have made a break for it in the early morning hours as they steal a pair of bikes and head out into the unforgiving desert.
Jonas, slow down!
Listen,
Jonas!
I need to get to town, but we find an internet connection where everything closes down.
Please slow down!
Hurry up! You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
So, I got a flat tire. I guess that's what happens when you try and keep up with Speed Racer over here.
Great. I can't patch this.
I don't understand why is this so urgent.
Because we need to go back and I need to check the Veritas website. How many times do I have to tell you that? Look, remember?
Oh, right, I completely forgot. Jonas snuck his camera phone into the tour that Carl gave us, even though he specifically asked us not to.
Oh, so what, now we're listening to what Carl says?
He thinks he saw some random guy.
I don't think I saw some random guy. Okay, this is the guy. This is the guy, I know it. Alright? This is the same guy in the press release from the Veritas website. He was hosting a life extension panel. So let me ask you this, Sarah. Why would some guy who's an expert on life extension be at a prenatal care center? Why would that be?
Because he was volunteering, and you don't even know if that was him. Look, I have an idea. Let's just go back into town, and we'll catch a bus. We'll be home in our own beds in 2 days.
We're not going home. We're not going home until we figure out why these people are here, okay? What the hell happened to you, Sarah?
What happened to you? Okay, you're so desperate for something to be wrong here that you're seeing things that aren't even there.
Oh, desperate. I'm desperate. Okay, I'm not the one who's so desperate for meaning in my life that I'm getting brainwashed by some organization that I don't even know anything about.
Oh, is that what you think?
Yeah, that's what I think. Give me this.
What do you think you're doing?
I'm leaving. I gotta go to town. I gotta find an internet
Wait a minute,
connection.
you're just gonna leave me here all by myself?
Yeah, well, you know what? Maybe your friends at the Lullaby Project will swing on and pick you up.
Jonas, you can't leave me out here in the desert. I don't know where I am!
You'll be fine. She pissed me off, but I can't just leave her out here all by herself. Sarah! Hey, Sarah! I'm sorry, I didn't mean to yell at you. It's not funny. You win. Sarah? Sarah!
Hey guys, it's Nikki B. How you doing? So I've been doing some investigating. Jonas and Sarah stowed away in a Lullaby Project truck, and they turned up somewhere in the desert. According to Jonas's cell phone signal, he and Sarah have crossed international borders. And although there's a lot of flat land in Canada, there doesn't seem to be too much desert. So I'm thinking they're in Mexico. So my investigating has led me to this. A white truck. Very similar, if not the same truck that Jonas, Daniel, and Sarah saw in the parking lot. It has the same shape, brake lights, running board. We are going to go in it and find out what this Lullaby Project is all about. We are going to Mexico. We, and when I say we, I mean me, with you watching, are gonna save Jonas and Sarah.
Nikki sneaks inside the truck and tries to pass the time reading various magazines, snacking, and enjoying crossword puzzles. She eventually falls asleep until the truck stops and jolts her awake. Feeling that it wouldn't be safe to go on any further, she stealthily sneaks back out and finds herself in very unfamiliar surroundings.
Oh, well, I can't read that sign. I don't think we're in Mexico. Do you know if there's a Virtus Pharmaceuticals here? Yeah. Pharmaceuticals.
Hard. I don't know. Yeah, Korean pharmacy.
In the back here?
The Lullaby Project.
Lullaby?
Yeah, Lullaby.
What's that?
Have you heard of it? No? Have you heard of Virtus?
For diet?
It could be for diet. So, no one here seems to know anything about the Lullaby Project or Virtus Pharmaceuticals. Maybe I got in the wrong truck. Alright guys, so clearly not in Mexico, but somewhere driving distance away. Can you drive to Korea? So I'm kind of stranded now. Mom, I have a really low Wi-Fi signal, but I'm gonna try to post this. It's Nikki B. Signing off.
Still worried about Sarah, but not overly alarmed, Jonas speculates that she hitched a ride somewhere along the trail, and that hopefully she made it home okay. Jonas then tells us that someone has dropped off a mysterious VHS tape outside his motel door. Having no way to play it, he hitchhikes all over Mexico and finally finds a video store where he hopes he can transfer the contents of the VHS onto his video camera. The following day, he posts the contents of the VHS onto his YouTube channel.
What was that song you were singing yesterday?
I don't sing songs.
You did yesterday.
Yeah, man. Billy Joel. Oh, the Pilgrim, the green ones.
Besides the diarrhea, chills, and keeping my guts off?
Yes, besides that.
Good. I can breathe a little better.
Daniel posts a response to Jonas and informs him and the viewers that Sarah still has not made it home. He's becoming concerned, but like Jonas, isn't overly worried, citing Sarah's unpredictable nature. Daniel also tells us that he isn't seeing much of Mallory these days, as she's been offered a new job on a movie set headed up by one of Daniel's film professors. A few days later, Jonas updates us. Apparently, a second mysterious VHS tape has appeared on his doorstep, and he is more puzzled than ever before. Not knowing what to make of it, he has decided to send the tapes to Taylor, hoping her hacking and analytical skills can detect something that he missed. In the second tape, we find the same girl as before. Throughout the clip, the girl seems to be enduring a severe coughing fit until she passes out on the bed, However, her identity and the identity of the doctor present, in addition to who keeps leaving these tapes on Jonas's doorstep, all remain a mystery.
Billy Joel, coughing fits. What the hell? I really hope you can find something, Taylor, and if anyone knows who this girl is, let us know.
Emma decides to break her silence on Thanksgiving Day and informs us that she and her parents are still in hiding. Emma is going under an assumed identity and is currently attending a new school. She says that everyone is doing well, but as an addendum, she adds that she has been suffering from an unusually acute flu that seems to come and go at will. Mysterious bruises also seem to be popping up all around her body with no explanation. She is hoping that the flu will subside by the time she returns to school from her Thanksgiving break. Taylor chimes in and posts her findings in the 2 VHS clips sent to her by Jonas.
Hey Jonas, it was great to hear from you, even though you made fun of my teleportation theory. I couldn't find any clues on the tape that you sent me on Tuesday. I couldn't tell where it was filmed, who the people were, what kind of camera was used. On the one you sent me yesterday, though, I think I may have found something. Why don't I just play it and I'll show you?
I can't believe it. My first concert.
Gina.
Billy Joel, Elton John.
Gina, you know you can't talk about this. You're gonna get me in trouble.
First time in the stadium.
Gina. How long has this been here?
I don't know. Yesterday? Is that bad?
See, Jonas? Right there.
No. It's fine. I'll be right back.
Sorry I couldn't do more, but at least now you have 2 faces to track down instead of just one. And I really hope you find that girl, if she's still around. Well, I'm gonna watch all your videos and catch up. Hopefully your internet will be back up soon and you'll be able to see this. Bye.
After waiting a week and hearing no word from Jonas, Taylor once again posts, pleading with the young man to contact her, as she now thinks she knows the identity of the mysterious doctor in the VHS tapes.
Jonas, I haven't heard from you. Don't tell me that you still don't have internet. Look, I watched the videos. I know who the guy is. Isn't this the guy from the Lullaby Project? I mean, the researcher from Vertis Pharmaceuticals? It's weird enough that he's doing life extension research, but what the hell is he doing with that girl? Look, Jonas, I'm afraid for you. I don't know what you've gotten yourself into down there, and... God, Sarah. Look, where is Sarah? I know I said I wasn't worried, but that was before, and if these guys are with the Order... Please, just... Jonas, just call me as soon as you get this. You have to find her.
Hey, Taylor, I saw your video. Great work finding that reflection of the doctor's face. And thank you for the warning. But actually, I've had my eye on that guy for kind of a while, so I headed right out to the Lullaby camp, try to find him and see just what the hell is going on. His name, by the way, is Dr. Hart, and it's kind of ironic, considering what he's probably been up to.
Hey, Jonas, what are you doing here?
How do you know my name?
What are you doing here?
I saw a video, okay, of you and this girl, and her name was Gina. She was sick,
no,
do you remember?
I sent it to you.
Wait a minute, you sent it?
Yeah. Look, I know you want to talk. We'll talk later. Right now we have to go. All right? You can't be here, and as of now, neither can I. Grab that.
Wait a minute. Okay, come back. Hey!
Looks like I caught the doctor abandoning ship. So me and the good doctor, Dr. Hart, are gonna sit down and have a serious conversation. I'll let you know what happens later.
Emma posts another video in which she tells of her rising anxiety. She has viewed both VHS tapes of the girl and the doctor and worries that all of this might have something to do with her, since she shares the identical flu-like symptoms as well as the odd bruising suffered by the girl in the tapes. Emma also shares how she is longing to break her family's self-imposed isolation in order to discover where she really comes from and her origins before being adopted into the Hymn of One. Jonas posts a video in which we are formally introduced to one Dr. Calvin Hart. Dr. Hart is the lead geneticist of Rezisto Pharmaceuticals, and he lets us in on what's really going on at the sinister corporation and how all of it ties back to the trait-positive girls like Bree and Emma.
My name is Calvin Hart. I'm a geneticist. My specialty is the study of pleiotropy, which is the genetic effect of a single gene on multiple phenotypic traits. In layman's terms, I'm trying to learn how to beat death. During my time at Rezisto Pharmaceuticals, I studied a particular gene that determines a cluster of traits in individuals. One of these traits is the so-called trait positive that's been discussed on this website. I eventually learned that these trait positive girls we were working with had not been naturally born that way. That in the womb they were being altered to provide me with test subjects. I brought my concern to Ted McKinley, the vice president of Vertis's biotherapeutics. Something told me to bring a camera with me. I'm not usually someone who listens to my intuition, but...
It's not true.
I've discovered lab results for 13 women who all came in here with negative markers for the ribozyme and...
Calm down. It's not true. Vertis has always adhered strictly to the Helsinki Declaration. You know that.
But I've seen the lab results.
Cal, what are you here to do?
I'm here to study the effect of genetic modifiers on the ribosomal RNA of certain individuals.
No, listen. You're here to save lives, and not just one life, thousands of lives, millions of lives, even if what you're saying is true, which it isn't, but if it was. These subjects, they just follow the tradition of heroes who sacrifice to make the world a better place. You need to pay attention to the arithmetic.
Millions of lives. I understand. There was a time when I would have agreed. In my lab, I only saw dozens of lives. Young lives whose blood had been altered, resulting in their deaths. Only one, Gina, whom you've seen, survived past the age of 5. She died at the age of 15.
Tell him what happened after you went to McKinley.
I came back to my lab to find it ransacked. There was a message scrolling on my computer screen, a warning message saying, "Do the math." I guess I figured it was time to get out. You know, I never really was very good at arithmetic.
Sarah finally gets on and informs everyone that she is indeed still alive. After being left in the desert by Jonas, the Lullaby Project, along with Carl and Chris, offered her a place to stay. Seeing no other option, she accepted and before too long gets caught up in their work. Sarah is starting to sound a bit indoctrinated herself as she tells the audience that the Hymn of One doesn't seem to be all bad and that they are indeed involved in some legitimate humanitarian efforts. As time goes on, she even finds herself performing some Hymn of One rituals. Near the end, she tells us that she'll post again whenever she can. Next, we find Jonas and Dr. Hart hurriedly tossing some documents inside a briefcase. We hear a number of people pounding on the other side of the motel door, and both Jonas and the doctor suspect that agents of Rezisto have tracked them down. They try to escape out the bathroom window but find it sealed. The two men then decide to confront whoever it is head on, only to discover the last person they ever suspected to show up down in Mexico.
Okay. Someone's at our door. I think it's the hotel manager, but he had somebody with him. I think it's probably the people from Vertis, right?
How did they find us? How are we gonna get out of here?
I don't know, man. Just don't panic, okay?
You don't know what these people can do.
Okay, but just don't panic. Stay calm. Shh.
No, don't open it.
Jonas! Emma!
sé qué le pasó. De repente se puso mala, no sé.
Hey.
And with that, we have reached the end of Season 2, Part 2, with many unanswered questions that have yet to be revealed. What is Emma doing inside Jonas's motel room, and just how did she make it all the way down to Mexico? Just how deep is Sarah involved with the Hymn of One and the Lullaby Project? What is the identity of the mysterious girl in the VHS tapes, and what is the exact nature of the partnership between Verdus Pharmaceuticals and the Hymn of One? We'll answer all of that and more in the gripping finale of Lonely Girl 15 Season 2, Explained. Trust me, you really don't want to miss what's coming up next, so you better stay tuned. Until next time, dear viewers. But remember in the meantime, to always question everything and trust no one, for the order is everywhere.